Okay, here's a super quick tutorial on how to access the computers at Chaffey. The first thing, you should have already gotten this, is a Splashtop email so you can create an account with splashtop.com. Now, if you don't see that email in your inbox, please look in your spam folder, and if it's nowhere to be found anywhere, send me an email saying that you never got the email and we can get another one out to you. So once you get that email and you create your account, you just have to go to my.splashtop.com in a web browser. And so when I do that, I click on that, it looks like what you see here. So I can go over here, and I just happen to have login saved. I'm using Safari, but you can use any web browser. And so I log in. Now I'll come to this list of computers. The ones that are grayed out are not available for you, and you can see, you can try to, it has the little, circle with the cross through it. So I can't start a remote session on those, but any other computer I can start a remote session on. So if you have one that you've saved stuff to the desktop, please just make one folder. But if you have a folder with your name on it, you can go back to that computer. So I don't know, I'll just pick one of these at random, Splashtop 5. I can click on this button to start a remote session. And when I do that, it gives me the option to either use the business app. So there's an app that you can run that will be, it says fullest Splashtop experience. I just find that the browser works totally fine. So just from within a web browser, if it's a current web browser, works just fine. So I click on that, and what's going to happen, comes up, and I'm actually looking at, in just a few seconds, I'll speed this part up. Oh, connection lost. Okay, if that other happens, then you can just use another machine. So let me try Splashtop 3, and from the web app. There we go. Okay, so it does take a little bit of time sometimes to connect up, but then you are now seeing the computer that's at Chaffey. So you're actually commandeering that computer. So if it comes up with a software update, you can go ahead and press cancel on that. That might be an automatic thing, and we'll get those kind of straightened out. You noticed at the very top, let me move this down a little bit so you can see the top of my web browser. Here is where you would disconnect. If you wanted to quit your session, you just disconnect. These other ones aren't really that important, view options. This one might be if you want it full screen so it looks like you're not even using your computer, but just using the computers at Chaffey. That's what you would click. But for right now, I'm going to pull it back down so you can see the bottom. See, I have all these programs. One seems to be missing, but we can fix those. If you notice an issue with this, let me know, and I can communicate it with IT, who will, kind of do something about it. So here's Logic Pro. I also, if I want to use another program that's not down there on the dock, I can go to Go Applications, and then I can find it in here. So if I'm looking for, we have Max, for example, so I can click on Max, and it should come up. If it says, are you sure you want to open it? Go ahead and say yes. It just means that it was just installed. And if you would like access in your documents, go ahead and click OK. And then I can even close that. It'll say an update is available, not a problem. And so if there's ever an issue with any program, that's not an issue. But if there's ever an issue with a program working, you can always try a different computer as well. So you can see it looks kind of like I'm operating my computer, except I'm actually looking at, let's do a cycle object, which is just an oscillator. It's going to work and behave like I'm operating it from my machine. And so I can do everything I need to do in right here. And then just when you're done, just make sure you quit everything. You can create a folder. Don't want to save that right now. You can create a folder on the desktop if you want. But please don't leave a bunch of files spread out, just one single folder, but it's going to be on that virtual machine that you select. So remember which one you pick if you want to create that folder and turn it in. Otherwise, you can just drag it over to your machine and it'll copy files and things like that. It's a pretty smart system. So, oh, and I noticed that there's stuff in the trash, so I can go ahead and empty the trash just to clean things up before I leave. And then again, let me show you where I'm going. When I want to disconnect, I just press that button and I'm disconnected. So have any issues at all, let me know, and I can pass them on to IT if they need to be escalated, or I can take care of them if they're just something class related. So let me know if you have any issues whatsoever. Otherwise, I hope you have fun doing this and using the programs that are available to you. Thank you so much. Bye.